Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome today.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Like dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll just kill some random dude.
His wishes a blowjob.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail, all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
You know what they say? What's good for the goose is good for my grandkids.
And on the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
Oh yeah? Does a racist have a black drug dealer named Tug?
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, yeah, well, I've never been with 2 girls at the same time before, but you can bet when that day comes, I'll make it work. Welcome to Plotty Time. So we got one for the crevice from last week, because you guys obviously remember that last week we talked about Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal.
Okay, yeah.
Ratchet and Clank. Damn.
Seems like
Feels
so long ago.
Yeah.
It was a while back. So this one, you might not even remember we talked about this, but I mentioned the weed pack I bought for Call of Duty.
Yeah, you did.
Well, how could I forget something
That's
so
the only
stupid?
thing I remember.
Yeah, I know. I'm still embarrassed for you.
I'm going to send you, I downloaded the picture, Dr. Scientist. I'm sending it to the group chat of all the shit that comes with it. And then, anyway, but we were talking about, it doesn't like Zombie Hitler show up, or did you kill Zombie Hitler? And we're like, didn't he show up at some point? Turns out, yes. In Call of Duty World War II Zombies,
I thought
he
we
was
talked
an
about him before.
Easter egg you can kill. But I forgot that he was in previous zombie modes.
There should be an Easter egg Hitler in every game you can kill.
Wow. That's genius.
I'm fine with that. But other than that, we were perfect. Just that one little thing.
Stoner's
So-
Delight.
The guy's name is Cushwacked.
For our listeners, I just sent them the image of the marijuana pack you can buy in Call of Duty, and Dr. Scientist is having some fun over here.
That's a sweet watch, though.
Yeah, a light machine gun called Big Smoke.
Yeah, the stoner machine gun.
Fuck it.
Rolling Leaf? That's a dumb name for the charm.
Oh, phew.
The Kush Keeper.
They know their audience, man. What can
Yeah,
I say?
man. He almost sold me on that picture.
Kush whacked.
Bushwhacked. Hey, if you zoom in, you can see his little pot lease on his uniform
Oh,
too.
man, yeah, it's pretty good.
It's so fucking cool,
You
guys.
don't have to zoom in.
So, yeah, let's
Get
head over
lost
then.
in the weeds.
All right.
All right.
We're not doing commercials for Call of Duty.
I really wanted to pop into a game with you, Chump Slap, and just have that on and just not say anything. But I got too excited about it, and I had to tell you guys.
You had to say it.
So, all right, let's go into then what we play, what we watch, what we do. We always start with Dr. Scientist. What's going on with you?
Well, I didn't really play or watch much because I was an Avenger this week.
An Avenger?
Yeah, I fought for justice in the American way.
Attaboy. It sounds like whatever you did was super important.
Oh, yeah, it was not a lot of sitting around a courtroom doing nothing.
Or a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, if they got a conviction, justice was served.
But I did
our
finish the
system's
first
broken.
season of Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, I did too.
It's not going to go fast through the other seasons.
You like it?
It's definitely by far the best meme show I've ever seen.
Well, I guess the best question I can ask is, do you see the appeal? Like, do you see why people freaked out and loved it and went nuts for it?
I can see a reason more than any other show, yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's a lot better than Breaking Bad.
I was going to
That doesn't
say,
make
did you
very
ever
good.
watch it? You ever watch Breaking Bad?
I watched like 8 episodes.
Oh, I still don't believe you.
I still don't get it.
It's such an amazing show.
There's only like maybe 3 characters I could tolerate through the first season. Well, not tolerate, but that I actually liked.
From what I understand, a lot of people die in the show.
Well, one of them is probably dead. So
Nice.
I'm down to 2. Maybe a couple other characters I could hang around with and not spit in their face, but
I think it's the perfect show for you, Dr. Scientist, because you'll get annoyed by the character, then they're just dead in like half a season.
Or
yeah, but the character that annoyed me the most isn't dead, and that kind of is
I
disappointing.
could see one episode turning your whole fucking idea. You'd be like, fuck this show sucks.
Probably. But I've lasted longer than this than any other show that everybody else loves.
All
Proud of
right.
you.
Good job, buddy.
Oh, what about Happy Days?
I only saw one floppy wiener too, by the way.
So far.
And every time that song comes on in the beginning, I think of the South Park episode. Floppy wieners, floppy wieners.
Wait.
I did that once around the girlfriend because she watched it and she loved the show when it, throughout its whole run.
Yeah.
And one time it popped in my head, the South Park episode, and I'm just walking around like, wieners, 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 wieners. And she's like, is that the Game of Thrones song? I'm like, yeah. South Park talked about wieners.
It
But I
makes
had
me
to
laugh
explain
every time it comes on.
That's worth it alone.
Yeah. That keeps me going. All right, I can watch at least the beginning of the next episode because that song comes on.
It just makes me think of Butters and how pissed off he was. He's like, where the fuck are the fucking dragons? It's like, there's only wieners. There's so many wieners. Butters.
Yeah, I don't know how many dragons the average person expects to see in Game of Thrones, but
You'd expect to see one.
actually, I didn't even know there were actually dragons in it.
What?
Isn't the one, like, what's her name? Khaleesi, like, the dragon wrangler?
Well, they call her the dragon, but that's just there used to be dragons, but there aren't anymore.
Oh, so it's like when they find a species of bird that they thought was extinct,
Sure, it's a lot like that.
right?
Yep.
Am I wrong?
But yeah, it's like I expected it to be more of like medieval and not fantasy, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I expected it to be pure fantasy.
I didn't.
Are there wizards and shit?
No, but there's like zombies and
Okay.
well, just zombies and dragons, I guess.
That's fantasy enough.
Yeah.
I remember someone telling me about it, like, when it started, and they're like, and then zombies showed up. I'm like, this is too many things. This is,
Stay
This
in
is-
your lane.
yeah, this is too many things that they're throwing at me. I'm like, are there wizards? They're like, well, no, not really, but yeah. I'm like, oh, you know what? Enough with this.
Yeah, the closest thing to a wizard I've seen so far is like an old lady.
A witch.
Yeah, she was just like, yeah,
She was
a witch.
Wiccan. She was Wiccan. That's what it was.
It was
Shamans?
It was just I know the herbs and stuff kind of person. Apothecary.
Gotcha. Apothecary. There we go. An alchemist.
No,
A seer.
an
A
alchemist.
soothsayer.
There's so many names for him.
Do you know what you're talking about, Poppascotch?
No, I'm just
Does
saying
he
words.
Anyway, it's all right. I'll see how season 2 goes.
Okay.
I'll let you know as soon as I get done with that. We'll have another rap about Game of Thrones.
Sounds good.
Perfect. I'm down to not watch
like
it and just
watching it
ask you 40
by
million
proxy.
questions about it.
So, what about you, Poppascotch? Since the last time we recorded, what did you play, watch, do?
I watched a bunch of shit. Only really played Doots. I didn't play much else besides
Did
that.
you wear your stoner skins?
You're goddamn right I did.
Play some multiplayer.
No,
You
I'm
gotta
just
show that shit
zombieing.
off, man.
I should. Everyone will love me. I started playing. I did a couple of Outbreak runs solo, and now with like the tactics that you and I worked on and learned and read about and did that whatever, I'm getting up to like level 6 easily by myself and exfelling on level 6.
Yeah, it's pretty nice
Without
when
even-
you have everything maxed out.
Yeah, it's just the way you max stuff out and prioritize it. Once you learn that, it's just, I mean, it's still fun. I'm not saying I'm not having fun with it. I still want to play it more, but I could see how at some point you're just going to max out all of your, your perks and stuff. And then it's like, well, now what am I doing? I'm just doing the exact same
Just
thing.
trying to get to level 100, I guess.
Yeah, I saw someone on Twitch did a straight playthrough, 1 through 100 and exfilling on 100, and the videos on YouTube's like 11 and a half hours long.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
That's insane.
Dude,
That's
we played for like 3 hours. 4 hours.
yeah, it's like getting yourself situated. Like there's the early game, which is like the first 2 levels, and then the mid game, which is like 3 to 5, and then the late game's like 6 to 10, and then there's 90 other goddamn levels after. But after that, it's mostly like repeating stuff. You're just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. What did I watch? We had a 90s devil movie night.
90s devil movies.
Pretty fucking sweet. We watched The Devil's Advocate
Oh, classic.
with Keanu and Pacino. I remember watching that a bunch when it, I don't know, over the years and when it came out, but I forgot everything about it.
Really? You don't remember this? Taste, but don't swallow.
Oh yeah,
There's so many
Pacino,
things.
he's so great at
Is
being
he
a
cut?
psycho. Oh, I forgot about that one. Oh, Christ. And then we watched, to follow that up, the movie that I believe this podcast is 100% pro, The Ninth Gate.
Oh, yeah, that's an amazing movie.
It's classic.
Despite the fact that it's Roman Polanski. But, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
artist.
I mean, the scene alone where the guy in the wheelchair is dead.
Oh, and he just flies into that room and it's on fire.
Yeah.
It's fucking
That's pretty
awesome.
good.
That's a weird movie, guy. Like, I forgot how weird that was.
Yeah, it's neat.
And then we also watched Poltergeist because we were in a mood. But that's, that's a classic.
That's weird to see that one after those two.
What
It
year
is.
did that come out?
Poltergeist?
70s.
Yeah. Why are you saying
No,
90s
it was-
devil movies?
No, we watched the back-to-back devil movies.
Okay.
Poltergeist. The reason we watched The Devil's Advocate and
Devil Wears
Ninth
Prada.
Gate, Devil Wears Prada, yeah, devil movies. The reason we got to that is because we watched Poltergeist first, and that had Craig T. Nelson, and I'm like, he's also in The Devil's Advocate. We're like, I haven't seen that in forever, and then snowball from there.
Nice.
You can
Craig
see
T.
how
Nelson.
Coach.
Who sees him and thinks Devil's Advocate?
Yeah.
Just me. I don't remember him from anything except Poltergeist. Technically, Poltergeist 2, which we also watched, and man, that's not good.
No,
That's a
it's
real
terrible.
bummer.
And the show Coach.
And the show Coach. I don't know what else. Well, I have no idea what else Craig T. Nelson has been in. Or why I know his name. Like,
He's got one of those faces.
yeah.
It's probably because you watched a lot of Coach.
And because he has a middle initial. It sticks out.
I mean, everybody knows John Larroquette because of Night Court.
Night Court.
So-
Yeah, that show's fucking awesome. Anyway, so that's what I also did a little bit of TV. I forgot to tell you about Dr. Scientist.
Oh, yeah?
I watched and completed WandaVision.
Ooh. I didn't get to finish Winter Soldier this week, but anyway.
I liked it. I thought it was really cool because it was fucking weird.
Yeah,
And like it was different. It was very different from any of the movies. Like, I like that idea that they're exploring that stuff, but the problem I had with it was back to the whole superhero Avengers universe because, I mean, not that this spoils.
Here it is. Poppascotch has some dumb excuse not to like it.
No, he's
No,
got
it's just
quality.
it's the same thing we always have in every superhero movie where if there's this huge massive thing going on, why is one superhero there fixing it when there's a whole like 30 other superheroes that could come and help and they never show up?
Oh, yeah? Who's going to come and help?
For Wanda, well, I don't want to spoil WandaVision.
Spider-Man.
Almost all of them are dead except Spider-Man.
Well, he could have... See?
He's a kid, though. He's going to school.
He can help.
Did this take? Yeah, and it was in New Jersey. Like he could have taken a bus there. So could have Doctor Strange. So could have Hulk. I don't know where he was. I mean, Thor was off planet. The Guardians are off planet. Captain Marvel's got way better shit to do than this.
Iron Man's dead. Captain America's
Iron Man's dead. Yeah, well, what about these two assholes in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? What are they doing?
They
Where's
have their
Ant-Man?
own show going on.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
probably
They're
the best excuse.
like none of the 50 million people fighting for Wakanda could have came and helped out with a town of 3,000 people kidnapped or hostage, I should say.
Maybe they didn't know.
Yeah, how'd they get the message?
It's just, I still think it was good. I'm glad I watched it. I don't think is this like a one-off? Like, is there going to be another season, or is it
I
supposed to be like
doubt
a
it.
lead into movies?
I think it's just individual stories from not less popular actors, but
Shit that they wouldn't make into a movie, but would...
not as high-profile actors.
Gotcha. But yeah, and I also finished season 5 of The Expanse, which was also really great.
Is it over? Is there more seasons to that after that?
There's one more, and I think that's it. But that's it for me. So let's move on to, the real star of the show, Sir Chump Slap.
What?
What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Oh, since the last time we recorded, I played a little bit of Dudes. Still working on the ballistic knives. Didn't finish it because 15 games takes a long fucking time.
Are they what? You just have to play 15 games? What's the
You have to
unlock?
get a one shot, one kill, and a melee kill in the same game. Just 15 times.
What is one shot, one kill? Just like a sniper or whatever? What
Yeah, I use the crossbow because it's easier.
Doesn't that explode?
No, it's just like a throwing knife. You just hit them
okay.
anywhere and it kills them.
I'm thinking of the crossbow and outbreak. We might have to do a mini-sode about fucking zombies or something, because
We might. Why not? The fuck?
Could they have ragdoll physics when you hit people with stuff?
No.
That would be awesome.
I mean, sometimes they blow up a little bit, but not really. It would be sweet just to see one like
I
fly
agree.
across
I
the
was,
screen.
I was thinking if you pierce them with the crossbow and they go flying across the screen, their arms are going. Oh.
They get like chained to a wall. That'd
Yeah.
be cool too.
oh, like the BioShock, the rivet gun.
Yeah.
Remember that
Yeah,
shit where
yeah.
just pace them against the wall. I that did not get old for me. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, that's all I've been playing. But I watched a couple movies. I went with a little theme today.
Oh.
Sleep paralysis movies.
Oh, I think I've seen one that you're talking about.
Okay, we'll start with Shadow People. See this
Nope,
one?
I didn't.
Nope.
No, I didn't.
It's like a fake documentary, like The Fourth Kind. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
Where it's like, it looks like it's a real documentary spliced into like, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look like a real
The
documentary.
Mia
some of the parts
Jovovich
do.
one,
Yeah.
the fourth kind, the alien thing. Yeah. Okay.
Well, some of the parts look like they were filmed on whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you. We got it. We got it.
But it's about this radio host who gets like a call from a kid who says, "I'm going to die in my sleep, blah, blah, blah." And he shoots a gun. So he gets put in a fucking mental ward and he dies in his sleep that night.
Pretty sweet.
So he starts getting calls from all these people who are seeing these shadow people all over the place. And he finds out it's linked to some scientist was doing sleep studies. And if you know and think about the shadow people, they will come and get you.
Shit, that sounds pretty serious.
Yeah. Why would they make a movie about that then?
Yeah, because that's what it says at the end. It's like, I don't know, maybe from a movie. Oh. It's bad.
Is this a newer one or an older one? This ish.
I want to say 17, maybe 2012
Okay.
or 2017.
Yeah, have 5-year span.
I don't know. I don't remember which one.
Well, it's not like an '80s movie.
No,
you know, like
yeah.
it's okay.
It's recent. I mean, it's not terrible, but it does. It's not really.
That's
Nothing
weird.
really
It sounds
happens.
terrible.
Nothing.
You know
really
what?
happens.
Maybe it is. But the next one I watched was Mara,
Oh yeah, that's the one I saw.
where this woman's husband dies in her sleep. The cops are like, "Well, it's got to be her," and she's telling them, "Oh no, it's this fucking Mara lady that's haunts you in your sleep and sits on your chest and kills you." And they're like, "All right, go to the psych ward." And then it follows the story of the psychologist, and she runs into some guy at a Sleep Paralysis Anonymous.
Yeah.
who knows
Sure.
all about Mara. Like that, you know, that guy who knows too much about the subject. It's like in all movies like this.
Oh yeah, like just way too much knowledge.
Yeah.
It's
And a
just
bunch of
perfect
people
at that
die.
situation.
She figures out what's causing it, yada yada.
It was all right.
Yeah. I think the ending was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember this one at all.
It's a good one. Give it a look. Mara, M-A-R-A.
Okay, Mara, M-A-R, got it.
And the third one is Dead Awake.
Dead Away. I thought you were gonna talk about the one with Hayden Christensen.
I don't know.
I think it's actually just called Awake, where he's like going through surgery and he's under anesthesia, but he's awake.
That's not sleep
That's not
paralysis.
sleep paralysis.
Duh.
That's something, but
You're right, I'm the asshole. So what's this Awake movie? What is this? Let's get to the important stuff.
it's almost just like Mara. It's got the same, like, there's a demon. This woman's sister dies. She finds out that she was seeing this demon. She runs into another guy who knows too much about the fucking demon
Sure.
and tries to help her fight it, yada yada. Of the three, I'd say Mara was the best one. If you have to watch a sleep paralysis, I mean, I've never had sleep paralysis, but in all these movies, they're like, it happens to most people at least once.
I know someone who has it a couple of times, yeah.
My girlfriend gets it, and it's fucking weird.
Really?
She explained it to me. She said, like, you're asleep and you, like, how did she put it? She said something about, like, she could understand why people see ghosts at night because that's what it feels like. Like, in the corner of my room, there's a like a coat hanger, and I put, like, clothes on it and stuff. And if it's dark, it looks like a person, like it's the shape of a person. So she woke up one night and thought that was a person. And someone was just standing there, and then she told herself, "You're asleep. It's sleep paralysis. Don't freak out."
Oh my God.
But yeah, she says like at night she sees demons like in the room with her. Not every
Interesting.
night, but it does happen like once or twice.
I wonder
a
if
year.
she's seeing demons or if it's sleep paralysis.
Probably demons.
I'm assuming it's sleep paralysis.
I mean,
Demons seems more reasonable.
there's demons. It's Scotchy's room. So
Yeah.
it's-
I'm sure a lot of weird shit has gone down in there.
there's some strange demons there, buddy.
We don't need to talk out of school about this. Demons be everywhere, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd like to know what it's like once, but
I think I could go without knowing what it's like.
Yeah,
I
me
think-
too. I think that's fine. Not ever doing that.
I figured if I woke up and I couldn't move, I'd close my eyes and just go back to sleep.
I mean, I kind of do that anyway.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I wake up, my arm's really numb.
That's different altogether. It's not the same
My
thing.
arm can't move.
That's all the time. Are you kidding me? Sleep on my shoulder weird. My left side's broken.
I know. Oh,
Tell me about it.
And it hurts so bad.
But anyway, well, enough with the sleep paralysis movie. Let's go into the slapper of the week. Slap. Possum.
I'm gonna guess it is about the government was dumping radioactive waste in a normal, we'll just say, what are those things called? A dumpster, and that a possum got in there and became radioactive and is now a huge possum. It's like them, but with a possum.
Sounds slappy.
I am thinking that this possum is inhabited by a demon. Keep on going with
Nice.
the demon theme. And it
The
goes
possum
around,
has sleep paralysis.
and it pretends it's dead and kills things that come to try and pick it up. And
Interesting.
the hero is a guy who cleans up roadkill off the side of the road.
No, I don't.
I'd watch the fuck out of that.
I don't believe this has a hero. It was. I don't know. The whole time I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Sounds slappy.
But Possum is this man's puppet. He's a puppeteer. And
I thought you were gonna say it was his name. I'm like, come on.
no, this puppet's like fucking crazy weird looking. It's just got like a white skull head, and it's 8 long ass tarantula legs. And the whole time, he's trying to get rid of it. Like he's just carrying around in this leather case, and he's just trying to get rid of it. Trying to, I don't know.
Just burn it.
It won't. He can't get rid of it. Like it comes back and shit.
Oh, one of those.
And
You
it's
throw the
no,
doll
it's
in the
not like
garbage.
one of those.
Okay, all right.
I'm just saying it's not anything I've ever seen before. But he lives with his uncle because I guess his parents died. I think there was a fire. I don't know. It's fucking weird. And there's a missing kid. And you're like, who has it? Is it the uncle? Is it him?
Sounds like this guy has a lot going on.
It's just fucking weird, dude. Give it a look. Because the guy just looks strange. So is the uncle. And he's just acting strange the whole time. And just the fucking weirdest puppet. Who knows? You tell me.
You
what.
figure out what happened and tell us.
Yeah.
Chump Slap.
Email me. Tell me what happened in this.
All right, well then that's the slapper of the week, Possum. Let's get then to video game news / stuff. Sorry, I had to do it. So, a couple weeks ago, we talked about how Sony was going to shut down the PlayStation 3, the Vita store, and the PSP store. Turns out they reversed that decision on the PS3 and Vita, and for the foreseeable future, those stores will remain open.
Seems like a waste of money and time.
No. What if someone who wants it?
I saw that people were writing articles about it when they announced the stores were closing. The eBay prices of old PlayStation 3 games just got absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Jesus, people are sad.
Like, there was a copy of the game Africa. Do you guys even remember that game for PlayStation 3?
Was it like
Was it a cartoon movie?
I don't know. I think it was like one of those hunting sims or
Oh.
looking at... Who cares? It's some bullshit game that was in a bargain bin for 99 cents, and people had it on eBay for $124.
Well, I mean, if you're going to pay it for it, you
Yeah.
deserve to lose your money that way.
Yeah, it's just...
it's nuts?
I like the idea that I'm able to play games I bought digitally. Should I decide to? Will I? Probably not. But
No, ever is not probably not. You won't.
probably
Sounds
not.
like a challenge.
That's true. Okay.
He still
I'll
won't
go.
do it.
I wonder. That's something I should do. Go back and see what games I bought digitally on PlayStation 3 and never played. I mean, if I bought them physically, I have them on the shelf, and then I can look at it and be like, "Oh shit." But I wonder. Oh, that'd be a good one.
I tried going back once and seeing all the stuff I bought, but it takes too long to go all the way back.
You just bought yourself out of that hole.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, it took I think I spent 10 minutes clicking down, and I wasn't even close to being all the way through the list of things I got.
Mine takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, but I buy a lot.
I don't buy shit. I'll play The Last Guy again. Watch out.
That's too hard.
But so that is that news. And then we also have another piece of news that GameStop CEO George Sherman is going to receive a package worth $179 million for quitting.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah, the Sherm.
Yeah, the Sherm.
The Shermanator.
So apparently the whole thing happened when he didn't reach performance metrics. So instead of giving him a raise of money, they just gave him a bunch of stock because it was essentially not doing so great a couple years ago. Then it became a fucking meme, and that's why he's worth $180 million package in stock just for quitting.
Good. Good.
Sounds like something that happens in capitalist America.
Sounds like we should look into that. Was he starting the meme?
Oh, that's a good question.
No.
Check his Reddit accounts.
Man, I mean, wouldn't have been him anyway, but...
Yeah, true.
So then I have a piece of speculative bullshit.
Nice.
Our favorite.
So none of this is confirmed. Lawyers, don't come at us. This is speculative horseshit. But according to a leaked, and this is going to surprise you guys, but this is unverified.
Ooh. On Reddit?
On Twitter.
Oh, spice it up a bit.
Yeah. So the documents, the legal documents apparently look very legit, which, it's a good thing Photoshop isn't real. But what was reported is that Sony made a deal with the developers. I forget who does it. Square, whoever does Resident Evil, whoever makes that their deal in order for Sony, Capcom, in order for Sony to put it on the PlayStation Store, they made Capcom sign a deal that they would not allow it to be on Xbox Game Pass for an X amount of time.
That sounds like normal fucking run-of-the-mill shit.
Yeah, so I guess if this is true, obviously it's unverified, but it completely makes sense that Sony would use this as leverage moving forward for any other non-first-party game.
Yeah, so it's not like the show that everyone's fucking pissed off about.
Yeah, exactly.
Only losers play the show anyway.
Hey.
Imagine any huge game coming out. Like Call of Duty isn't Xbox or PlayStation exclusive. It comes out on both. So imagine PlayStation going, hey, you can sell it on the store, but the deal is you can't put it on Game Pass for, 8 months or whatever.
I feel like Activision would say that first.
Yeah,
probably. Probably. They want all that money. I mean, but then they're also doing like free-to-play model as well, so.
Yeah. True.
It seems like they're doing their own thing.
But if they're doing a free-to-play model, they'll do a free-to-play model on both.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would they limit
Warzone
it to one?
on both. I mean, big deal.
But that's all I got for video game news / stuff.
Refreshing.
How about we get to it, guys? How about we get into this game?
Yeah, let's. Enough wasting your time. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this.
Oh, I could go for some meat and potatoes.
This game, which shockingly was written by John Milius, who wrote the feature film Apocalypse Now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. This piece of shit game is Homefront. Released March 15th, 2011 for PC, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, developed by Chaos, with a K, Studios, and published by THQ. It is an action first-person shooter, like I said, written by John Milius, and also credited C.J. Kirshner.
Oh, CJ.
The C.J. Kirshner, who I believe was the main character in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
You would know.
I thought it was TJ.
No,
TJ
he's
Miller.
CJ, right? It is CJ Miller. You're right. So this week, this is Sir Chump Slap's fault. So how about you lead us into the game? Tell us about, we don't need to get into who actually bought this on launch day and played through it and was embarrassed by this purchase. We'll just go with who picked the game. And that was you, Sir Chump Slap.
How could you buy this game and be embarrassed when you buy weed skins for your character?
When you see how close it was to reality here,
I mean, it was written by the guy who did Apocalypse Now, and it looked like Red Dawn the game. How could it have been bad?
well, he predicted Kim Jong-il's death.
Was that after
It
this?
was 9 months after this was released.
When was this released?
2011.
March 15th, 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, March. He died December 9th or something. I looked it up because I was like, that's fucked up.
I was like, they did that in the time between this and all right.
So he dies. His son, Kim Jong-un, takes over and unites Korea somehow. And there's war in the Middle East. Big surprise. It destabilizes the region. Gas goes up to $20 a gallon. Unrest in America. And then in 2022, there's a bird flu pandemic that kills 6 million Americans.
Yeah, this was a little. This was a little. When I was watching the video, it's got a little creepy.
I was like, damn.
Oh, they were off by 2 years. Look at that.
Yeah, it was close. But then Korea takes over the Middle East. They take over Japan because Japan's just bad now. I don't know what happened.
Japan
must have
just
been
gave up.
Yeah.
I didn't quite get that either.
They surrender.
Just that?
And then Korea launches a EMP, shuts down the United States. They take over Hawaii and the West Coast. This is 2025. They occupy from the entire West Coast to the irradiated Mississippi. Sound very Fallout like there. And then the game starts 2027. We have one Robert Jacobs, Marine helicopter pilot, just taking a nap. Someone knocks his door down.
Mm-hmm.
They drag him out to a bus. He's driving. You see fucking horrible scenes of people getting shot, lined up to take to prison camps.
Yeah, any country or occupying force that is rounding people up to go to any re-education camp is not. They're not the good guys.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, is it? That's a hot. Okay.
I'm pretty sure they were labor camps, they called them.
I thought they said re-education, but either way, people are getting rounded up and going to camps and never seen or heard from again.
Yeah, and I think this is taking place in Colorado. I don't remember. But you're put on a bus with other people. You're getting driven to a camp, and all of a sudden you're T-boned by a semi-truck.
Sweet.
And you're like, oh, shit. Someone comes on the bus, kills all the fucking Koreans. And you get freed by one Connor and Rihanna. And you're like, okay, thanks. So you shoot your way through the streets. They're like, oh, we're saving you, blah, blah, blah. They take you to a safe zone that's in the middle of a cul-de-sac area, hidden behind homes, covered with really bad camouflage covering from above. And you're like, how the fuck isn't this being raided constantly?
We put up camouflage. They never see us.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what, because there were people living in the town in their homes just trying to go about their life. But then they had this huge insurgent camp that was tied with the resistance. I don't understand how they.
It was supposed to be like a
coexisted.
abandoned suburban area, and they just did it behind a couple houses, and they're talking freely. They're not whispering or nothing. They're cooking meats and shit.
Which doesn't make any sense because this entire time, which I didn't understand until much later in the cutscene movie, but they're in a walled off town.
Yeah,
they have to get through. They have to blow up the wall to leave.
Yes.
This.
I didn't understand that either, but whatever.
Exactly. Whatever.
So you're there. You're talking to one Boone. Wasn't Boone the guy from Fallout 4?
No, New Vegas.
No, New Vegas. Yeah, the sniper.
From oh god, what's the town?
Novak.
There it is. I just got it. I wanted to say vacancy. It's vacancy.
Right.
Novak.
I don't remember that game at all.
He had a beret, and he was a fucking badass sniper.
He was in the T-Rex mount.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, you're there. They're talking. Somebody says they're having leftovers for dinner. And I'm like, why the fuck are you making leftovers? Why are you making too much food? What is wrong with you?
You guys seem a little too comfortable over here.
Yeah. Anyway, seemed wasteful to me. But they're talking about underground tunnels. And they're like, okay, this is the plan. We're going to find these fuel tankers. We're going to mark them. And we're going to hijack them. And you're like, okay, whatever. Let's see this go on. So you go through the underground tunnels, take out some sentry turrets, and you're going to a drop point in an elementary school that has the tracking beacons that you need.
That they just keep there for some reason.
That was the drop
Right.
point from the military, I guess. I don't know. That's what it said. But, elementary school seemed... Our elementary school is supposed to be a fallout shelter. You ever see those signs on the side?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
But you're doing that, and boom. Boone gets wounded. And you're like, oh no, is he going to survive? Who knows?
Boone was like the leader guy, right?
Yeah.
The guy in charge.
And then after, I guess you pick up the fucking things, and you're going to a labor camp to try to find Arnie. Oh no, you went to the school to pick up guns to go to the labor camp
Yeah.
to find Arnie to get the beacons.
The beacons are
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. You're right.
And the way they just break in and out of this labor camp all willy-nilly, like, why isn't anyone else leaving? Because they'll get shot.
Yeah, they
I
were
don't know.
pretty easy. They kind of just walked right in, and then, I mean, they shot their way out, but they walked right in, like, just be cool, just act like you.
Yeah. Just don't say any specific names and we'll be fine.
Which makes me think, because they got there via tunnel. So
Yeah.
if there's a tunnel at the labor camp, why don't they use the people in the labor camp use the tunnel to get the fuck out of there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why is it so hard for them to leave? I don't know, man. Maybe they were re-educated. Because when
Maybe.
you meet Arnie, you're like, yo, let's go get these fucking beacons, son. And Arnie's like, yeah, they're right over here. And boom.
And there's no soldiers anywhere. Everyone's like, shouldn't there be like guys around? I was like, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
He's like, yeah, it's a shift change. So you get double crossed by Arnie. He's like, ha, sucker. It's like the guy from The Matrix. He's like, I'll just live here and live it up.
I know this isn't steak.
Yeah, exactly. Ignorance is bliss. So you fucking shoot your way out of there, and you're like, hey, you double crossed didn't work, Arnie. You get the beacons, and you're leaving out the back door, I guess. I don't know what it is, but you come across a disturbing sight of mass murder and mass grave burial. And
Yeah.
this was... Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it was on a baseball field. I thought that was a little on the nose, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I wrote in my notes, like, they should be eating apple pie while they do
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Like, come on.
It's kind of dumb. But you're leaving, and everyone's like, yo, be quiet, be quiet. And then Connor's like, no! He freaks out and starts shooting people.
Fucking Connor.
Fucking Connor. So you kill all these people, and then helicopters start coming in looking for you, and you're like, oh, shit. We got to hide in this mass grave. So you do just that. You just jump in, cover yourself with some corpses. And the helicopters come in. They're looking for you. They're like, I don't know, shoot that fucking mass grave a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe they hid in the bodies. I don't know. Shoot a bunch of them.
Yeah. And they don't hit you. They don't hit a single person.
Yeah, they unload a whole mass of like 20 bullets into this mass grave.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
No,
not in there anymore.
Mustn't be in there. So you wait for them to leave and you just bounce back to your crew.
Pretty easily again.
Yeah.
Just kind of walk yourself right back over.
Exactly. And in between these missions, there's a radio station like the Voice of Freedom or whatever, telling you the real deal, what's happening, not what the propaganda stations are telling you.
It makes me think that the first thing they would have done was shut down radio signals, but
You can't fuck with these radio signals. These are American.
American radio signals are different than other radio signals?
Yeah. Koreans didn't know. But anyway, now where are you going?
Oh, I don't know. They start in a fucking van driving around.
Yeah.
This is the best way to hide from people is to drive around when nobody else is driving around.
Yeah, I thought that too. And you
good
have a
point.
fucking remote control tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you hide that?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a cool mechanic in the game, but
Yeah, but it seems like I think Korean knows exactly where they are. But anyway, this part, it's a sniper part. You're up on a fucking
Home Depot.
Home Depot
oh, that's right, yeah.
that I guess is fortified, and I think this is where the tankers are hidden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is their fuel storage. So that's
Yeah.
where the fuel tankers are.
So you're up on a roof sniping people in the parking lot, and they're using white phosphorus. It's a war crime.
Sure is.
Fucking burning people. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh shit, get down. Friendly
old
fire. Fucking knocks you off the roof. So you fall to the ground.
I think that was the most believable part of this entire story.
Yeah.
Probably.
Is a bunch of civilians with guns accidentally overshot that white phosphorus mortar.
Yeah. I believe he asked him, he's like, where'd you fucking find that shit anyway? But I don't recall the answer, so who cares?
Stole it from the Koreans.
Sounds right. We'll go with that.
The Bolivians. I sold them a bunch of pinball machine parts and told them it was a bomb.
Oh, Doc Brown.
I was thinking of the song by Mike Tyson that does all his quotes. And he's like, instead of oblivion, he says Bolivians.
Nice.
It's a good song. Listen to it, everybody.
So you're
But
up-
I also,
Yep.
well, I don't understand this entire part because they flew the white phosphorus. The whole point was to get into the fuel store and put the trackers on the fuel trucks.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of
That's
this.
the entire point.
Why? Why would you sacrifice so many people just to put
When you can-
trackers on?
Yeah, like fucking ninja style, just stealth in there.
Yeah, it seems like there's so many better options than this.
Hey man, Boone runs the show. You got a problem with
Yeah, you could talk to Boone.
bring it up with Boone, bro?
I guess so. All right.
But anyway, you climb up another tower, get knocked down by a helicopter, shoot through the store, and eventually you get to Mark 1 truck.
Because they're leaving at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're about to leave. You're like, oh, barely made it, dude. Mark the truck. Let's go back to the hut.
Which they call, of course, the super original name Oasis.
I like the Hut better because it makes me think of Pizza Hut.
Or Pizza the Hut. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
He ate himself. That's how he died.
He got locked inside his limo and ate himself to death.
What a great movie.
But you got Goliath out again. You're fucking going back to the place. Voice of Freedom's broadcasting. Everything's great. You get back to the safe house. Boone's dead. You're like, what the
What?
fuck? The whole safe house has been burnt to the ground, and all the people have been slaughtered.
They even burned the camouflage.
Those bastards.
Just so they could see.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, that sucks, man.
They said something like this was payback from the night before, the blowing up the Home Depot and the fuel stores and
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, they see another chopper, like, just tearing up the city outside the wall, too. And they're like, oh, man, that's our fault. That's because we did that.
Right. Fucking Connor.
I know. What a piece of shit.
It's a price for freedom, bro.
So you're like, all right, well, one last thing to do. We need to get a helicopter. And Boone told us where this helicopter was, so we're just going to have to go there. And where was the helicopter? Utah, I think.
Yeah, with a bunch of survivalists.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to even say that. The whole point they recruited you is because you're a helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
And they had no one who could fly.
I did say he was a helicopter pilot in the beginning, but
Oh, that's
now
right.
it makes sense, right?
No, you're
And
so-
another thing.
Shut up.
Why didn't they break you out of your house before? Like, instead of jacking a semi-truck and knocking over the bus and possibly killing you in the process, why didn't they just, like, get your house an hour before they did?
Or I assume the years leading up to this.
Yeah.
Like, did they just hear that there was this helicopter that they could get to do their thing, and then, like, 2 hours later, you got taken by the Koreans? I see what you're saying. It doesn't make sense.
No, it
Timeline
doesn't make
thinking.
sense that they had a semi-truck ready to ram the bus the minute after you got taken, when they could have
That's a
just
good point.
knocked on your door half an hour before and said, like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yep. But anyway, you're taking the Goliath down the fucking suburbs, and it breaks down.
No.
Yep. And Connor's like, dude, just
What?
fucking leave it. We'll be all right. And then Hopper is like, nah, man, I can fix this quick. So he fixes it. And then the very next second, Connor says, good, we're going to need it.
Just leave it. No, I can fix it. Great, we're going to need it.
It was so stupid.
Something tells me Connor doesn't entirely have his shit together.
No, I think he's gone mad.
Yeah, it's
Space
just flying by the
madness.
seat of his pants.
So this is where you see the choppers attack the town outside the wall, and you make it to another resistance party, and they're like, okay, here's some C4, we'll pack it on Goliath, and you go blow a hole in the wall.
Where's Boone?
He's dead.
Oh.
Carry
He's
on.
super dead.
Yeah, carry on.
Who's this guy?
It's Connor.
This is
He's the number 2.
the helo pilot. You jump on a car, or not a car, a fucking military vehicle, and there's a big turret section, blah, 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 driving around. You're at Utah. And you get to the survivalist camp, and they're like, where the fuck's Boone? And he's dead. They're like, well, we ain't giving it to you. And then they get all hostile.
They said something like the deal was with Boone, and now he's dead, so the deal's off. Like, really? That's what it took?
This is where I wrote in my notes survivalist, and I wrote googly eyes rolling their eyes.
Yeah, real pieces of shit.
Yeah, they were real pieces. And then you just killed them all. I mean, like, it's immediate gunfight
Yeah.
just to have another enemy in the game, I guess.
They're like, no, we're taking the helicopter, dude. I love the conversation. Like, you're walking all stealthy, and there's these two guys in front of you, and they're like, man, you ever see the helicopter behind the church?
Yeah. Just guys
Oh, yeah, I
randomly
forgot
talking.
about that.
And the guy's like, no, man, I never go back there.
No, I don't go back behind the church where their helicopter is.
So good.
Written by the guy who wrote Apocalypse Now. Don't forget that. Christ.
So you kill all these people, a bunch of stealth sniping going on here. And you get to the helicopter. You steal it.
Well,
and-
before we get to that,
Yeah.
there's a big sequence where you go to the top of like a tower, like a church tower or something like that, clock tower,
Clock
and
tower.
you're covering everyone as they advance. Why would they put you, who's going to be the pilot, who needs to get to the thing as fast as possible? Why would you be the sniper?
Because you're a pilot and you probably have the best eyesight.
Oh, come on. That's horseshit.
They need to keep you alive.
That too?
But then why would you not be on the ground and have someone else clear it out for you? Wouldn't that make you more alive? Because if you're a sniper in a clock tower, you're automatically a target, and
That's
they're going to
true.
try to kill you.
And there are RPGs here. I don't know why nobody shot them at you.
I mean, there may be
they're
pro and
survivalists.
cons, but whatever. I'm not going to
That's
get too
fair.
hung up
Yeah,
on it.
that's a
it's
fair-
it's just a little silly. I
It's a
thought it was,
valid argument. It's not the only thing wrong with this game.
that's a good point.
I just gave up trying to find things wrong with it. And
No, you
I
just-
fell asleep about 8 or 9 times during watching this and didn't go back to sleep.
Told you it was a seat of your pants throw ride.
No, I mean, you said it. Chump Slap. I don't know. I think you said it off air, but it's like this whole game's one goddamn mission.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And it's a mission that doesn't make any sense.
What are you talking about? We're getting to the good part here.
Okay, let's bring us in.
There's a good part.
You're on a helicopter. You're flying to get the tankers.
Luckily, you put the trackers on them so you know where they are.
You know where the one is, and so they're going in the convoy.
Yep,
And thank God there's 4 of you left.
Yeah.
Only.
right.
And one of you is so incredible at flying helicopters.
Yeah, I know. You go right next to the tankers, and people jump off, fucking hijack them. So you got all the tankers, and you're, as a helicopter pilot, you have to protect them. You do this by blowing up a bridge
Yeah, makes sense.
right after they go in the tunnel.
They can't follow you then, huh?
That's perfect. That's beautiful logic.
There can't be any way around that bridge.
No,
That's for
sir.
damn sure.
Could have just parked the helicopter at the entrance of the tunnel and just blew it up or something.
I mean, you have rockets, and they apparently have nothing to combat your helicopter. Your one helicopter.
Yeah, and if gaming has taught me anything, infinite ammo on helicopters.
Yeah, forever. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially ones you steal from survivalists in the middle of Utah.
Exactly.
Imagine
Fully
that's
loaded.
all they have is bullets on them. So you protect the tankers, and you're like, all right, we're going to go drop these off with the military in San Francisco.
Naturally.
So that's what you do. And the military's like, good, we needed that.
Yeah. Your things of jet fuel are going to save the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's already fucking hundreds of helicopters flying around and shit anyway.
Yeah, I guess, like, before this, San Francisco was Korean territory.
Yes.
So this is to liberate San Francisco, basically. And this is supposed to be played as, like, this massive turning point in the war. But your contribution from your group is 3 tankers of oil?
Yep.
I'm not saying it's
not oil,
needed.
it's jet
fuel.
fuel.
It's fuel.
Fuel. Oh, I'm not saying it's not needed, but I guess it would be.
I guess they were running out.
I
know, because all these fucking helicopters and shit are flying around. All the vehicles are fueled. And they're
Yeah,
like,
because they mentioned in the game, like, America, or what was left of it, has air superiority.
yeah.
So obviously they got enough planes.
They just don't have the fuel.
Oh, maybe this is just for the tanks on the ground.
Maybe. But then when you get there, it's already started, right?
Yeah, they're all ready to go. They're like, thank God the last 4 fucking people we need.
Yeah.
Do they actually
We were screwed until you 4 showed up.
transport jet fuel in like regular ass tankers?
Did it say it was jet fuel? Or did
Yeah,
just,
I'm pretty sure they said it was jet fuel.
I thought it was just fuel. But yeah, I don't know. How else would they transport it?
Something more
Yeah,
secure.
Don't they usually do it by, like,
Tanks?
trains?
I would think. Yeah, but like, yeah, because I think if you're doing it on the road and you spill jet fuel, that's a lot worse than.
I don't know, man.
Maybe jet fuel experts, send us an email. plottytime@gmail.com.
Boom.
Educate us on the importance in
Well, maybe it was
transportation.
on
What are the odds that one of our 40 listeners are
You never know, man.
jet fuel
You
experts?
never know. There could be some rocket scientists out there. I don't
Maybe
know.
they were on trains, but the Koreans put them in these tankers to move easier themselves.
Because all the bridges were out? Who fucking knows? Let's keep going. Let's power
If the
through it.
Koreans got these tankers, they would have had air superiority.
These 3 tankers decided who had air superiority.
That's exactly what it was.
This fucking game. Anyway.
All right. Anyway, they're like, all right, we're taking back San Fran and the Golden Gate Bridge. So you're doing that. There's a part where you fall off a bridge, climb back up, and everyone's like, oh my God, we have to get rid of those turrets. But how are we going to do that?
Do we have a helicopter that can do that?
No, probably
No,
not.
of course not. We're screwed.
And then because you fell off the bridge and climbed underneath, you come up right behind the turrets, which obviously only take 1 grenade
This
to
is the
the
Golden
back.
Gate Bridge, by the way.
Yes.
Which, whatever.
What about it?
I mean, why would the Koreans park all their military on the Golden Gate Bridge?
It's a fucking peninsula. You can go around.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's not even that
And there's-
far to go around.
And there's what's the other bridge? The one that goes into Oakland. I forget the name of that bridge. But there's like 2 other bridges that cross
It's a
this area.
metaphor.
Fine.
Oh, it's art.
Fine.
I don't get it.
All right. So you take out these turrets and you jump in a car and another turret section. You destroy their Goliath because apparently they got one.
Yeah, because Goliaths are apparently universal now.
Every army has them.
And then their entire army's coming down the bridge.
Of course.
And the bombers are coming. But they're like, we can't do that. It's friendly fire. We can't do that. And Connor's like, I got this, bro. Lights a fucking flare
Yeah.
and just runs. He's like, shoot the flare.
Sack move.
Sack move.
Connor sack move to save the day. And then they airstrike the bridge and destroy everything except for the bridge itself somehow.
Yeah.
That's a marvel of U.S. engineering. And you celebrate a little bit, and there's a news reel that's like, big counteroffensive. This is a big turning point in the war. The EU is joining the fight, and we're going to help win back America. Yay.
I think that's the least believable part of this. That any other country wouldn't be like, fucking good. They need to be knocked down a peg or two, those assholes.
Yeah, but uniting Korea? I don't know.
You're right. You're right.
So that's
God
it.
damn.
That's the fucking game.
It just ends.
Yeah, just like that. They're like, oh, that first mission's over. See ya.
Yeah, you did. You blew up some tanks on a bridge. Somehow the bridge didn't die, and this easily led to the liberation of San Francisco, and now the turning point. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What? Like what?
Those 3
This is-
containers of jet fuel saved the world.
No, actually, him going behind and grenading the turrets is what saved the world.
That's fucking
Right? Because they were at a loss. They're like, we might as well turn around. We can't.
All right, let's just get this over with.
That's it. That's a game. We got through it somehow, and now let's just wrap this.
Yeah, let's
shit.
just do it. Just tell us what you think about it, Poppascotch.
Wait.
Would you? Okay, you want me to start?
Yeah.
All right, I got some questions for you, bro.
Okay, great. Because I had no idea what you asked. What's up?
Would you waste your time on this?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Did the story take you for a piss?
Sure.
How many stars out of 27 did this miss?
Good. Perfect. That's very, very clear. Thank you. Do I want to play it now? Maybe I would play it because it's a first-person shooter, and I guess a playthrough is like, I don't even remember how
2.5
long, but I remember playing it.
hours, I think.
Yeah, like an hour of. No, you know what? I would say, okay, it's a first-person shooter. I guess it'll be fun. I would play it for 10 minutes and be like, this game sucks. This is why I hate this game.
Isn't it more of like a cover shooter too?
Yeah, it's like it's your standard Call of Duty campaign-ish
Yeah.
type game, but you can get shot up real quick in this one. But it sucks. It's not a good game. I played the whole thing. It is where I got one of my rarest trophies ever, though.
Nice.
For making it through the game without killing yourself.
No, even worse. Do you remember
For
us
buying
talking?
it day one.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. That'd be great. That'd be a great trophy. Like, ha, sucker. You played this game on release day. But there is... The trophy I got was... it was called Full Boat. I still remember the name of it. Because you had to organize, like, on the forums, you had to join an online game with 16 people in your party.
Damn.
Because it was 16 v 16. So there was, like, a huge group of people that
you the
jumped in and
Koreans?
got it. I don't remember. I don't even think we played the match. I just exited right away after
Just
I
had
got
to,
the trophy.
to get in the match, and that was it.
Yeah, but it was definitely one of those games that released that had like a multiplayer element to it that was kind of tacked on.
Yeah. Well,
Because at
it
that
seems like the
point-
game was only made for multiplayer, and the story was tacked on.
Yeah, I mean, it's back then. I don't know if you guys remember, but every first-person shooter, anything that looked like a first-person shooter, also came with multiplayer,
Yeah. still
whether it
does.
should have had it or not. But
I just assumed all first-person shooters were multiplayer.
That's the fun of them.
the point is, no fucking way am I playing this. Did the story work for me? Not at all. Like, if this would have been one mission, I'd be like, all right, let's see where this goes. Maybe they'll save it. But we talked about the whole thing with the tankers saving the army and turning this whole thing around is fucking stupid. When you're talking about like jet fuel or fuel for tanks or any of that, 3 tankers is not that much. It's not like they secured a whole fuel depot, but that part's stupid. The other part, the problem I had with it was the character of Connor, who was supposed to be played as like this badass, but he
Originally
was
voiced
reckless.
by Bobcat Goldthwait.
Of course.
Little known fact.
No, the guy who voiced it, I believe his name's Tom Pelfrey. I remember seeing him in the show Banshee. He was awesome in that. He's been in a couple things.
Yeah,
since.
he's in a couple
good
things. He's
actor.
pretty good.
He was in the newest season of Ozark.
Sure.
Yeah, I believe it.
Did anybody watch that? Just me?
I only
Sounds
watched
reasonable.
the first couple episodes. I never.
Okay,
Stuck with
fair
it.
enough. Anyway, Connor sucked. I didn't care for him when he made this huge sacrifice. I didn't care at all. Like he was a huge asshole the entire game. Why would I care about his sacrifice? It's just silly. They didn't earn it.
It was just to get the bingo spot.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like the story just felt so hollow. Like they're leaning on this idea of American exceptionalism to do like all the heavy lifting.
Are you saying America's
and
not
how-
exceptional? Bro.
He says they're using it as a crutch, though.
they're using it as a crutch. Like, we're supposed to assume that America and Americans are extremely exceptional and capable of doing this as the underdog, but America's never been the underdog since, I don't know,
Revolutionary.
Colonial War. Yeah, Revolutionary War. So, fucking stupid. So let's just wrap this up. What score am I going to give it? I will say, man, Cyberpunk ruined all my scores, because I will say the positive note is this game did work.
Yeah.
Like, you could point and hit a button and it acted like a gun was firing.
That has a lot to do with the story, though. Bro.
That's a good point. You're right.
Yeah.
I guess the cutscenes were... You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to give it a 2. It was bad.
Damn.
It was one mission that was stretched into like a 4-hour campaign if you took your time. I remember playing it and beating it in a day and being so disappointed.
Sounds like you got some pent-up rage against it.
Got some issues with it. But you know what? I'm ready to put it to bed. And let's see what Dr. Syintist has to say about it.
Are you going to ask me some dumb questions about it?
Yeah.
Would you? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't think it's a dumb question, but did the story give you bliss?
Yeah, that's a dumb question.
Yeah.
Maybe for this
didn't.
story.
Did the story work for bliss?
The show.
How many stars do you give the bliss?
Would I play it? No.
He didn't even say that. He asked 2 story questions.
Yeah,
I did.
know.
I was trying to come up with better. You know what I mean.
Did the
Take it
story
away,
work for me? No. I mean, it's just like every other stupid game we do with
Like, what was that other one we just did?
Freedom Fighters.
That's it. At least that had a redeeming character in it.
That's true. It had characters we liked.
Well, this one just had blank slates that weren't really characters at all.
Yeah.
It was bad. I don't even want to talk about it, but it was better than Freedom Fighters, so I'll give it 2 stars.
What'd you give Freedom Fighters?
1.
Fair.
Yeah. He's right.
What'd I give Freedom Fighters?
You gave Freedom Fighters a 2. Not that matters.
Oh, okay. Phew.
But yeah, it's just
Do you want to ask Sir Chump Slap some questions there, Dr. Scientist?
sure. Would you play it? Did the story work for you? And would you score it?
That's so concise.
Use that from now on.
Would I play it? No. There's plenty of other first-person shooters out there that look and probably feel better than this, because this came out in, 2011?
Yep.
Yeah. It's better now. Did the story work for me? Third of the way.
Third of the way.
I mean, it was a
Okay.
story of one mission that supposedly was the mission that turned the tide of the war. You know, you hear about it all the time in history. So why not let it happen to these fucking 4 dudes?
Sure.
You know?
Okay.
It didn't make any sense, but it was a story about a mission that changed the tide of the war. So
Yeah.
I'll give them that. I already told you my grievances with the story and how it doesn't make any sense, how it could have been done so much easier. Why didn't they just live underground? What the fuck, Boone? What were you thinking? So yeah, story did work. And what did I score it out of 27? I'm going to have to give it a 28, guys. This is so good.
Whoa.
No. I did give it a 4, though.
A 4. Okay.
Because I don't think it was... No, let's give it a 3. Give it a 3, sorry.
Oh, some
Sure.
indecision. Do you want
We're
to
going
take a
with
break
3.
from the podcast for a second and think about it?
No, let's give it a 3. Because, I mean, the story basically was just... It was a story. Characters were garbage. Had too many plot holes. And it was not long enough and didn't matter at all. So,
Well, that gives us a final score of 7, which ties Freedom Fighters.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I thought it was slightly better, but probably 7.5 is what I'd rate it.
But yeah, so I mean, we've talked a lot of shit on this game. Anybody have anything else to say?
Please,
I'm glad
God,
it's
no.
over.
I'm glad. All right, fine then. With that, we're gonna move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Scientist Classic Wrestling Finisher of the Week.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
From the top rope.
Every week, we ask Dr. Syintist for a classic wrestling finisher of the week, and he never disappoints because they're all dope. This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
This week, I guarantee this will not fuck somebody up in a street fight.
Ooh.
I might be lying.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
Scott Hall's finisher, the Outsider's Edge, a.k.a. the Razor's Edge,
Oh.
a.k.a.
shit.
a crucifix powerbomb.
That would so fuck someone.
Just the name alone would fuck somebody up. A crucifix powerbomb.
I like that name so much better than the Razor's Edge.
So do I.
Damn.
As described by Pro Wrestling Wiki, the wrestler places his opponent between his legs, then lifts the opponent over his shoulder and holds both his arms in a cross position, if you can imagine what that looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
The wrestler finally runs and throws his opponent onto the mat neck first.
My favorite kind of drops are neck first.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, once you see a video of it, Poppascotch, you'll realize it won't really hurt anybody. Oh, no, it'll kill him.
No, it would definitely kill anybody you did this to.
Neck first.
Although, I'd like to see it.
No, I would not. I don't care. You sick fuck. I'll watch people die for days on end, but I don't want to see someone have this happen to them.
The Outsider's Edge.
The Outsider's Edge, a.k.a. the Razor's Edge.
AKA the crucifix powerbomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A.k.a. don't do this in a street fight.
No.
So that's going to take us then to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slap's Would You Rather?
Okay.
Every week, we ask Chump Slap a Would You Rather question, and he has to answer and then explain himself. This week, guess what? It's a huge thinker this time.
Oh, my God.
Oh, a huge stinker this time.
A thinker, not a stinker.
Well, I mean, I think you're going to be impressed by the selection.
You
I
stink,
really
I'm
do.
going to be impressed.
Here we go. You ready?
Oh, yeah, bring it on, bro.
Would you rather vomit on your hero or have your hero vomit on you?
Who's your hero?
Myself.
Come on.
I puke on myself all the time. No.
We'll use the same hero from last week, Danny DeVito.
Fuck. When you put a face on it, I'm like, I'd rather have him vomit on me. I don't want to be the asshole who vomited on Danny DeVito. It'd be all over the news. It'd be the end of this podcast.
Or the beginning.
The start of this will blow right up.
You're right. Shit. Well, I'm sure it'd be news if he vomited on me. No, he won't. It probably wouldn't be news. You're right.
No, you'd have to get somebody with a smartphone to record that for it to be news. Otherwise, it's just hearsay.
I imagine it just like the episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they go and try and videotape Max saving people's lives and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Danny DeVito, I'd rather be vomited on. Anybody else, I would rather vomit on them.
So Danny DeVito's the one
Yeah.
that you'd be like, yeah, it's cool if he vomits on me.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, even Tom Hanks, I'd vomit on. In a heartbeat. No cap.
Oh.
Whoa, bringing that back. Attaboy.
Never left, bro.
Yeah, man.
Well, let's say someone had some other ideas on which celebrities they'd be fine vomiting on versus getting vomited on. Where could they send those emails to, Sir Chump Slap?
Send those to plottytime@gmail.com, and I'd love to read emails about who you want to vomit on or who you want to be vomited on by, and I will respond to them because that's what I do.
Perfect. And let's say they wanted to get to us faster on the socials. How would they do that, Dr. Syintist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram, Twitter, and Indeed.
Indeed. They start looking for a job to vomit on someone?
No, they're supposed to come and give us jobs.
Oh, gotcha.
Nice.
And if you wanted to really help us out, head on over to YouTube, like and subscribe there. Watch a little video of a nice little waterfall on our logo while you listen to the podcast. It's pretty great.
I hear it's nice.
But that does it for us, so keep playing games, be safe, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.